I've actually lost $40,000 on a deal before. And it was kind of due to inexperience and trying to cut corners. So I purchased a property on an auction site. I paid $23,000 for it. I knew that there was a large spread in there where I could do the renovation and make a lot of money on the flip side when I sold it. I was doing a renovation without a permit. I was trying to, lean on the experience of the person that I hired as my general contractor. And that's why I always say you should vet your general contractors. And we'll talk about that in another video on how to screen your general contractors. And so I was leaning towards my general contractor more, and they did not pull a permit. We did the full renovation. I mean, we had the house looking so nice. It was so good. It was ready to go until I got ready to turn on the electricity for permanent power. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to turn the electricity on without the inspector coming out. The inspector came out and made us open everything back up all the way down to the studs. And this ended up being a $40,000 mistake. And so although I was able to still make money on the deal, I lost $40,000 just by not pulling a permit and using a licensed general contractor. So I tell that to anybody, whenever you are doing work, make sure you get all of your jobs permitted. You're using licensed general contractors so you can save yourself some of the headache and mistake that I've made in the past. Yeah, so I've definitely learned from my mistakes. And how do you not make those kind of mistakes when investing in real estate? One, whenever you have a property that's going to require a permit, that's when you're doing electrical, mechanical, framing, roofing, foundation work, HVAC work, anything that's going to require a permit. It's definitely important that you are using a licensed GC who has the ability to pull permits. Hey, Scouty. But you want to use a licensed GC, and you want to have all licensed trade people. So your electrician, your HVAC, and your plumbing person should all be licensed. This is going to help you, one, if they do something wrong, you have some level of recourse. So using licensed people holds them accountable. And those are the type of people that you want working on your properties, right? Because then it's going to make them make sure that they are doing things to code and standards. And really, that's why permits are in place, because you don't want to have people who are not licensed or experienced working on your properties. Then when you sell it and God forbid something happens, you're going to be liable and responsible for that work that you did. So having a permit, it's going to have you keeping those standards. I know some cities are challenging. Some people don't want to have to pull permits because it takes so long to pull them in so many cities. And those processes need to be improved. I won't go on a rant about that. But we have to follow the rules. We have to follow that in place. And using a licensed GC and pulling a permit is so important. Once I started doing that and actually not trying to cut corners on my renovations, I really learned how to speed up my process the right way and save money the right way just by following several steps and beginning to automate the process of renovating a home. So you want to know more about the renovation process? I discussed this in my course, The Real in Real Estate. It's a 5-module course, and I spend 2 hours, one module, just on the renovation process, because I think it's so important that we are following the right steps. And really, if you want to get into flipping homes or renovating homes, that you actually know the right process and the right steps to do it, and how to find the right people to do the work for you. And so in my course, The Real in Real Estate, I have a great module called the renovation process. Check it out. It's going to be down, link below. Also, you like what I'm talking about here? Subscribe and like for me. All right.